good day in the office. But yeah, there are a couple of positives and the negatives. I just want to hear them from you.
So I think for me, I wouldn't say negative. The only thing to work on is when you give them chances in the field, especially when you have a good batting track ahead of you. We draw a few catches, and that sort of hurt us every time we dropped a catch. If there was something to work on, I think if our catching was a bit better as it was in the first game, this would have been a closer game than it is right now. But a lot of positives, a lot of mistakes our youngsters have made have been due to lack of inexperience and not so much to do with the skills. So that's a lot of positive as well. As they play, as they continue to find their feet in international cricket, they learn. We all have been there, so still very happy and very positive about how we went on our business. The scorecard may not say that, but certainly a lot of good intent we showed, something that was missing in the past.
Just want to ask that it's not new for you, the kind of batting Abhishek did today. He did it in IPL also. But just want to ask that was there any alternate plan after that drop catch? I know that that was a crucial moment in the game. But was there any alternate plan and a word on Abhishek's batting today?
Yeah, listen, Abhishek sort of batted us out the game the way he batted as well to get 100 or 40 odd balls. I mean, you're always behind the 8th ball. If the ball was good enough to go up in the air and we drop the catch, then that means if you can stick with that ball a bit more with the seamers and spinners, because there wasn't much turn as it was yesterday. So if you can hold the game and create more pressure, but unfortunately we weren't able to do that, because when the spinners were bowling, there were still a couple of drop catches of their bowling as well. So that sort of kills you when you have few drop catches in the game.
So obviously now there's a bit of a break. I know because I think it was back-to-back games. Sort of just what's the difference sort of in preparation when you've got a back-to-back versus now you've got like maybe 2 whole days there? More of a focus perhaps on certain aspects, or you just try to keep it simple?
If you do simple things better, I think the result will look after itself. For you guys, I know result matters a lot. For us, the process matters a lot. So we have seen them and they have seen us. I think 2 games certainly gives you a good idea where they're looking to get you out and where they're looking to bowl, and if you're a bowler, where they're looking to hurt you when you're bowling. So I think one day that we have tomorrow, I think it'll be a good day to reflect how we went on about business today. But apart from that, we come back and train on Tuesday and try and execute and try and bring new thoughts and see if we can do them better, or stick with the same one if the plan is working. It's just that our execution was off, so try and do that a bit better as well.
So should we expect the other players on the bench to get some games through this series?
So Larry, we are a nation that are very quick to sort of ask for changes suddenly when there's a bad game. Let's not forget that 24 hours ago these boys were the same ones who won us a game against India. So right now it's difficult to answer, but yes, Richard Garava has earned his right. If he's declared fit, then I think he should be in the team. But that's a call that needs to be made by the physio and the doctors. So if he's good to go, then I think he comes straight back in. But apart from that, I'm not a big believer of ringing too many changes just because these boys have had a bad game. Let's not forget that 24 hours ago, these were the same boys that won us a game as well. So I want to show that faith. Selectors wants to show that faith. The board wants to show that faith as well. So I think we're all on the same page in that.
Just for clarity, we just see if everybody's going to get a chance to play, not just
Listen, this is not a series where we want to just hand out debut caps. We've been on this route before in the past where debut caps were given like candies. So you still have to earn your debut cap. I mean, playing for your national country should mean a lot. A lot of boys have worked a lot hard. Also, don't forget, if you're handing in a debut cap to somebody, that means somebody's missing out who's doing well or who has earned his right. I mean, also it sends a bad message in the changing room. If you have one bad game and suddenly this whole lot of changes has been made, then, you know, everybody is on the edge that if I have a bad game, if a debutant has a bad game, then how many games am I going to get? So the best thing us as a group, which is of course the coaches, myself and the selectors can do, is to keep showing faith to the same guys, and hopefully they will turn up. And if not, then at least they could say that we've had a longer run and these are the areas I need to work on to get better, because we have a small pool of players and we have to look after everybody that we have. And as a leader, I always say that I have the best interest of every player at heart equally. No one is, as a captain, no one is more closer to me than the other. So from our side, I think I'm not looking to make wholesome changes, and there is no need for that.
Okay, so we as journalists will always speculate, right? But in your captaincy shoes and as a senior, how's the future looking for Zimbabwe in terms of players?
As bright as your hairstyle. I guarantee that, inshallah, these young boys will raise the flag high. You just have to sort of show faith and support, which you didn't when I was coming through the ranks. But to these guys, please do.
All right, thank you, colleagues.